What's up, zombies? My name is Gravesgate, and welcome to a brand new kind of video. This video is about, I want to talk about how you can improve as a player. And I know I am not the best player to talk about it because I am only bronze and I've only been as high as silver 3. But I would still say I have a pretty good understanding of the game and understanding of how champions work, how they work with each other, how items, which items to build, and runes, masteries, and whatever, and so forth, and all that kind of crap. But what I want to talk about today is because I have seen in many of my ranked games that, of course, I play in bronze, and you can say that bronze is the lowest, but I think it's about 50% of players or something are in bronze. So it is the majority. And sorry, they don't really understand the importance of knowing or having the proper runes, masteries, and builds. They just kind of build whatever, or they have built this since season 3. They always done this. They stuck with it. And then I'm just like, yeah, but times change. There's a reason that we have patch notes. That's because the game is ever changing. And also, you should, to an extent, read patch notes just because it can have some important information about your specific champion, some specific items or keystone masteries or whatever. Just like the Lifeline passive on Morph Mortius and what's it called? The one that builds in from Jarn's Fist. I forgot, but the big red hand. I've actually forgot his name. But both of them have the Lifeline passive, where when you reach a certain amount of health or how fast your health goes down, the Lifeline will trigger. Sterak's Gate, that's the name. Thank you to whoever was shouting it at the screen. But before it was changed that they had the same passive, they could proc. They both worked together. That both the Morb Lifeline and the Sterak's Lifeline could proc at different times. And of course, everyone was building it. Like, you remember Cockmaw with Mortius Sterak's Gate, she was unkillable. But then they changed it, but I still saw people build Mortius and Sterak's Gate together. So that's the important thing of reading patch notes. Just like when Rapid Fire Cannon and Static Ship, they worked together, and then they removed that, so you can only have, so it was either or. But still, I saw people build both of them. And sorry, I got a bit off track there. But the thing I really want to talk about is your mindset and how you can learn that builds and masteries are still important to you, even if you're the lowest of the lowest with 0 LP in Bronze 5. Because I see too many, like, I've seen Lucians and Twitch with Thunderlords, and I've seen top Nasus with Bond of Stone. I've seen AD carry Jinx with Strength of the Ages. There's a lot of weird stuff out there that I never get, because it's like, how can you not know that Deathfire Touch is the best option for Jhin instead of Fervor of Battle, which a lot are going? And the reason why, specifically, Fervor of Battle doesn't work for Jhin is because he can't build up the 6 stacks fast enough, and when he reloads, the stacks will reset. But yeah, it's not just Jhin in specific. It's a lot of champions I've seen with the wrong masteries, and most likely also wrong runes. So a thing you could do to improve that is just watch some streams, watch LCS. The good thing about watching streams is you get the specific player's point of view. The good thing about LCS, you learn about comms, you learn what they played, what the meta is for keystones and runes. You can always check on their match history and see everything and what time they bought the items. And also items there. You can't just always build what you used to. Like, say for example, if you're playing AD carry, you're used to, I always start with my Infinity Edge, and then I go on to a Bloodthirster, and some more attack speed, but you play against an Elise and an Aurelia, Morgana, whatever, a heavy CC team, you really want to get QSS, for example, so you don't get caught out and you can escape whenever, because you can't always rely on your support to save you. For instance, and you have to know. You have to kind of think about it. Not always like, oh, I've been caught out 7 times and died. Maybe I should start on my QSS. You have to think ahead, and know that they're going to target you, because you're a valuable target and you deal a lot of damage. So of course they're going to target you. And you also need to learn what is the best builds in certain situations. For example, when to build crit Jhin, when to build Korean Jhin, or Korean MF, Lucian, whatever. I'm just taking AD carries now, but there's a whole lot more, like when to build AP Echo, when to build Tank Echo, when to build Trinity Force Tank Echo, and why you do it, and what keystone to have for it, and how to play it. The importance of knowing that is very, 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 very huge. It's really big, because you could say, I'm not good enough to care about runes or masteries because I'm only bronze. You could say that is a very poor state of mind, because in so many other things, like sports, different kind of sports like cycling, football, golf, you want your equipment to be good. You want your equipment to be the best that you can use right now, the best that you can get. Perhaps if you want to be a professional cyclist, you don't want to go on a rusty bike that where the chain can rarely stay on. You want top of the class, top of the whatever, top-notch bicycle, so you can practice, and it's only you that it can improve, and not the bicycle. I don't know if I'm making any sense here, but what I see is, if I know my masteries, my runes, what to build in certain situations, or just what to build in general, I don't have to think about that. I don't have to think about, oh, I lost because I didn't know the proper mastery. Or yes, I just blame it on that. Yeah, of course I lost because I don't know about what I pick on Jhin, so I pick Fervor because I do it on every AD carry. So yeah, blame that. If I had picked Deathfire, I would have so won. I'm like, you need to know it, because then you only can improve yourself, your own game, your own mechanics, and also how to improve as a player and a person. You also need to have the right mindset. Right now you're in low elo, just like me, and you want to climb. When you make a mistake, if you can see that mistake and acknowledge it, it's a big stepping stone towards improving yourself, because if you see your own mistakes, you know what to improve on. And it never helps to blame others, even if you have an AD carry or a support that has a brain fart every 2 minutes. Don't go and blame them. Be more like, we need to stay together. We need to play safe. We shouldn't tower dive. Don't single target someone, because then it feels like you're just pointing fingers at them and only blaming them, and you don't want teammates to be tilted. You don't want to be the reason they're tilted. So the best thing is, if you don't have anything constructive to say, don't say anything at all. And I know I'm not a good role model for that, because whenever someone is a total dick to me, I would like to talk back. But I've learned to mute them whenever they say something that I can't use to anything. I mute them instantly because the time it takes to read it, the time it takes to reply, you could make plays, you could not die. You could do that, as you saw on screen. So don't blame, try to be constructive with what you say and what you do. Use pings. If, for example, ping your ultimate, ping your flash, ping your heal, your exhaust, your ignite, ping Drake, ping wherever you want to go. Don't just use the little ping that says nothing, or write a novel, or go down to gank without saying anything and flame bot lane for not following. And also if you have a plan and you think it's a good plan, but people don't follow, don't go in regardless, because if you're alone, don't go there. If you say go to Baron, but no one follows you, you shouldn't go to Baron. You just accept that they don't want to go with you. They don't think it's a good time for Baron. So you should just back down, even though it was the right play, and you can't be angry at that. If people don't follow, don't risk it. I've seen too many dragon throws, too many Baron throws. And also, now I'm speaking directly to you supports. When you're playing stuff like brand support, like I do, or Veigar support, Vel'Koz support, and I've seen too many play that and not even buy a Sightstone. Even when someone plays Sona or Bard support, they go like full AP and no Sightstone. And I'm like, you're nothing more than a butthurt mid laner that didn't get your preferred lane, and then you just want to be a douche about it. If your support, just, or wherever you are, whatever your team needs, swallow your pride and do what is needed for your team. If there's no tank and you're like top support jungle, you pick a tank. It's not like if you're last pick and it's a squishy support, or squishy jungler, and you're last pick top lane, and you pick Yasuo or Riven, and then you whine about there's no tank. You could be that tank. You could help your team. And if you don't buy Sightstone as a support, you are the key to Vision, and Vision is the key to success, and Vision wins games. So I can't say enough how important it is to get Vision, to get Sightstone, and be a proper support. Even when you're playing Brand, you buy damage items for a reason. Your damage is good in teamfight, but you still need to be the Vision for the team. No matter what you play. I played against a Braum and a Blitzcrank that didn't even buy Sightstone. The Blitzcrank, he rushed Abyssal Scepter and went into Deadman's Plate afterwards. I don't get why people can be so butthurt for getting support, and why people underestimate support. And I know team comps doesn't matter as much in Bronze, but they still do, because if you're an all AD team and you want to climb, and if you just keep doing that, the higher the elo you get, you will get stomped, because the higher the elo, the higher the brackets, the higher the division, whatever, they know how to counter like full AD, or if there's no Vision, they know how to play around it. Even if, especially if you just go out alone or take risks, and don't take any unnecessary risks. I know it's been a lot of information, but it's been on my mind for a while, and I've seen too much of it in my games. So I just wanted to get it out here how important it is to, first of all, know the game and play around it, and know what's best for the team, and not just play for you. I know for some it sucks to only play tank or only play support, but you can get some good times out of it. You can be playmaking, like Thresh, Alistar, Braum, Blitz. They're all aggressive playmaking supports, and also they're all playmaking tanks like Maokai, Malphite's ult. You can play so many tanks or supports that are playmaking and can decide the tides of the game and also win you the game. So many say that you can't carry a support, and that's a lie. But I've been rambling for too long, and I really hope this helped. I just want to make a video of it, and now it's out, and hopefully you can learn from it. So what we learned today is maybe watch some streams, watch a lot of LCS, see what they do, and go out and have fun and stop blaming each other. It never helps. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Leave it a like if you liked it, and subscribe to become a zombie today to see more of my, well, if you call it great, then great, but at least it's content. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, I'll see you next video, and have a great time!